Hello and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel where I will be playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. An excellent game so far. And one that is nowhere near completion, honestly. At least I don't think it is. Now, if you like my videos and you're watching this here on Twitch, go ahead and hit that follow button and keep posted for notifications and everything. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And hit the bell for notifications. I post my videos the day after at around noon, so look forward to the Kingdom Hearts one coming up. I also, well, all things considered, this is my first attempt at any Pathfinder game whatsoever, so I have not really got much of an idea of what I am doing. Well, like I said, I post my videos and I stream every morning, every weekday morning. Drop by my Discord and decide or to help decide what will fill the slots that Kingdom Hearts will be leaving open, being Mondays and Thursdays. The poll for Monday is up. Drop by quick. It'll only last a couple more days. And without further ado, let's put so let's put another bark skin in there for him. You don't prepare spells. You do prepare spells, but I don't think you have any. Oh, we're going to give you that. Actually, give you a couple of bull strength too. Honestly, a couple more enlarge and reduces. Yeah, that'll be good. As for you, let's give you Bane. That's going to be helpful. And And there we have it. So we are wandering around in the area below the roots of a very old tree.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Trying to find out where the treacherous individual is. A particular gnome in purple garb that has betrayed us on a previous occasion
Consider me provoked.
is now instigating a war between two different species of, well, basically kobolds and goblins, but they're called mites in this one. That's all interesting and good. Okay. But that leads to a dead end, effectively. So, let's go this way. Honestly, this is a tricky situation to try and navigate. Because we not only have this, we also have the situation with the Stag Lord that has yet to show any fruition. Oh, that's where I need to go, I think. At least I think so. I was lost in this cave for most of last week's episode, so 100%. My first attempt had been with an intelligence-based sorcerer. That did not last very long. I am now playing with a druid, which is doing far better. I mean, as long as you ignore my poor sense of direction. Ah, that is the door we need to open. Okay. Tertutio!
Oh, my impromptu rival. You are late, as always. A little advice, never join any races. Speed is just not for you.
What's with the disguise?
Do you mean the performance I put on for the kobolds? Wasn't this an excellent idea? The poor folks did everything I wanted, even started a brawl with their beloved neighbor mites. I did not even need to make any effort to complete my mission. That is why I will always be a step ahead of you and the like.
And this is the person I nearly made the hero of my book? Ew.
Without a doubt, vice does have its advantages. However, in the end, it always, you hear me? Always gets what it rightfully deserves.
But you don't know my mission, and won't ever know because I will never tell you, even for the pleasure of seeing your discouraged face. Don't take me for an idiot. I am not going to tell you anything, even despite the fact that I am going to kill you. By the way, did you know I am going to kill you?
To victory!
Let's set up
Just another way to use this spell?
so he's not being counted as a humanoid. That's problematic. Also go into rage, and for you, then we're going to just splash some acid on Tertutio first and foremost. That's a good amount of damage. We did not rest though. Okay, that is going to be a problem.
Let us strike as one!
Oh, he knows Fireball. So far, my entire group is fine. But that's going to be a problem if we don't deal with it.
And you deserved it.
They go
No, we can't do that. We need to get rid of all of these targeting everyone here. You're going back there. Okay, let's see now. I need to change up my weapons and actually fight. So let's switch to the staff.
This should do it.
That was a good move. And that was a good move. You attack this. Mirror image. That's not good. Wait. Oh. Blessed weapon is gone. Okay. So they do have a concentration concentration mechanic.
You can't stop me!
A calculated risk.
This is where I go. Bring it! Consider me provoked.
You're fine there, you're fine there. Lindsay, you're not gonna make that.
Serves you right.
You can reach. Okay.
Tear them apart! Stag!
Object rested here until recently. There's no sign of it now. Oh boy, that's not good. Yeah, let's do the lawful good thing. I was going to voice them, but they are very unique dialects, shall we say. We have done that. We got the moon radishes, and the only one we didn't do was the secret room one, which involved statues and levers, and I was not putting you guys through the blind playthrough of that, and I forgot all of the titles and stuff. I was forgetting something. Okay, there we go. That'll do. It's going to be annoying later.
What a sorry spectacle. The treacherous servant of a treacherous king, who in his turn is mere servant to even greater powers. He impersonates a lesser creature and dies. A good joke is a powerful weapon. A bad one can seal the Joker's fate. So be it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. Your performance is not over yet.
I really thought we were finally done with Tartuccio. Let's go over here. And we could investigate up here. And there's a battle over. Oh no, that's traps. Okay.
What's the holdup? Done and done. I did as you asked.
That you did. And we are over here. Let's go ahead and get some battles in. Take a moment to look at our experience bar. We are pretty far away from level 5. So take into account that Tartusio was in fact more powerful than us.
You deserved it.
I can also start taking my scrolls and giving them to my wizard. Because yes, the rogue is also a wizard.
This will hurt.
This is for you!
Stay behind me!
Really? Missed on needing to roll a 2.
Any last wishes?
That is a 10% miss rate. I just want to point that out.
Let's try this way.
And it happened twice in one fight.
I'll fight if I have to.
Let us strike as one!
Repent! Bring it!
What's that?
That is a wand of ear piercing screen. This is where I had been defeated before. Then collect all and then leave. They are very much over encumbered. We are going to scroll down and actually go to the scrolls. Bless, call lightning. Already know that spell. Can't learn that. Already know that spell, don't you? that's already. Shield of Faith, you can't learn that. Shocking Grasp. You can learn that. Summon Monster. Yes. We'll give you summons. Touch of Gracelessness. I feel like that would be better for our Magi. Vanish. You know that one already, huh? Rise Dead. Didn't think so. Okay, so. First, let's go ahead and camp. Because we are very much in a state.
Someday, I will be as famous as Adami Bellavera herself. No, even more famous. Hoping I live that long.
Okay, let's forge the shortcut first. It is untrodden territory, but it is going to cut us back the time needed to get to the trading post.
I need to catch my breath.
We have to rest again.
Tristan, tell me, is everyone so boring in Kalish? Or were you banished from there for your boring sermons?
I went on this journey of my own free will, with Sarenrae's blessing. Why are you giggling? Did I say something funny?
Okay. And we are just going to continue on. Enter. Oh, the nymph. Greetings, the nymph's tender voice comes to you softly. The scent of flowers and evening dew is dizzying. In this dark hour, I had not dreamed of encountering someone in these lands who could stand against the one who blights me. But you appeared, and you brought hope along with you. With the strength of the fog fading, I am able to show you the way to the Stag Lord's fortress. Please, go there. Slay your enemy before you can strike another blow. If I defeat the Stag Lord, what happens to you? And you would like to see me again? Then yes, of course. I'll come to you once the tormentor is gone for good. I really hope to have a chance to show you the true beauty of these lands, the meadows and flowers. I'm not going to ask her to help me in battle because she is significantly weakened currently. Hello, good morning. It's not going too bad. There was a hiccup, you can probably tell from the fact that I did not update the stream info before going live.
As it should be.
Right, we got you your radishes. Show me your wares because I have a lot of stuff to sell. And these are old coins. They can sell for a lot too. Artificial flower. There we go. Merchant item, merchant item, merchant item. Keep the diamond, that's important. Exquisite pearl. Flowers, cooking, cooking, cooking. Actually, no, that might actually be a different thing because it's highlighted with yellow. Those tend to be somewhat important as far as I've noticed. Keep the rope. Merchant item. Special hops. Collector, it says. It sold some droids gifts, or token of the droid before. That was probably a bad move on my part, now that I'm looking at things. Okay, here we go. Looking at weapons, we do not have anything that is more than a +1. Same with armor. Accessory wise, we grab another ring of protection. Oh, belt of giant strength. No, I don't need that. Wisdom would be good, but no. No, just one. Okay. Giant strength. Wait. Alright, but does she have anything right there? Nope, okay. Let's go ahead and start equipping things to people. Going to give this to him. Deflection type, deflection resistance. Alright, so you are getting a new belt. There we go. You are a tank. Now I have multiple ones with the necessary equipment for a few things. I have yet to come across any monk, so that ring is still useless. The exact person I'm supposed to talk to about the Tortusio mats is bitter rival, right, okay. Keston. Where did he say he would be?
All according to plan.
I think he said he would be over at the trading post. Let's try inside. Yep.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor. Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
I feel like there are the characters. Yep. These ones need to level up. There's also the matter of this revenant over, or this undead over here. Who doesn't want my company. I am good and she does not like that. Okay, so the way to the Stag Lord's fortress is revealed, but where is it? Ah. No? There.
I need to catch my breath.
We have two exhausted individuals.
May we have a moment of respite?
Try to avoid. A little further.
I may stop.
We should gather our strength.
There we go. Everyone's exhausted, so now everyone
Do you
will
have
rest
some horrible
completely.
secret? Maybe you like to drink, or you used to be an inveterate gambler. It's just that when I'm writing about you, you just come out flat. It's unnatural.
Truth be told, I don't really understand what you mean.
And here we go. Fully rested and about to face the Stag Lord. Adding it to the title real quick.
I shall end this suffering.
Zombies.
This is where I step in.
You can't stop me.
Tear them apart!
Serves you right. I'm writing you out of our story.
I do like that they kept the healing magic hurts undead and negative energy magic heals them. That's something that was removed in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. For whatever reason that might be. Oversimplification, probably. Are there more? There, okay. Octavia, you stay hidden. Move you there so you can intercept them. I'll do that with all three of you. Olivia, you, or no, Lindsay, you are going to go there and wait. Tristan, I think we're going to go ahead and bless weapon Valerie.
This is for you.
And they have a low AC, so honestly, see, she just destroys them in one hit. Valerie, you're going to stop defensive fighting and attack normally. See, she needed the damage boost.
You deserved it.
Lindsay made it explode.
I'll fight if I have to.
No loot from that, but the fact that there are zombies here is interesting. They don't do things like this for no reason. Zombie Lord. Another zombie lord. Inspire confidence. I'm gonna move you over to there.
Stay behind me.
There are a lot of zombies here. I don't think that the fog was their only dark magic used here. Well, that was obvious. The Dryad wouldn't have, or the Nymph wouldn't have come to us if it was just the fog.
You can't stop me.
Mari just destroys everything. Okay, Lindsay is going to move here to keep everyone within the buff she's providing. And you can go there and attack that one. Is Blessed Weapon still up? No. Well, he's concentrating on it, it seems. Okay, anyway, we need to move you here. Then acid splash this one.
They go down!
I mean, it is increasing our experience. Let's just point that out for a moment.
Any last wishes?
Do not hold back!
Calthus and Tristan are not needing to do anything at the moment. Tevia...
This is for
Acid
you!
splash that zombie. One shot a zombie lord. And there's actually loot from these guys, so that's going to be interesting.
This is where I stand.
Onward!
I'll fight if I have to.
Bring it! Dawnflower, guide my hand.
Even more zombies. The heck is with this?
You can't stop me.
That was a critical. That dealt 33 damage. I want to repeat, 33 damage at level 4. Barbarians, no matter the game, are insane.
Stay behind me!
I'd like to point out that if a party has a druid and a barbarian in it, then they are likely to just destroy absolutely everything that you throw at them, aside from social encounters. If a party has a druid, a barbarian, and a bard in it, it's unstoppable. You will not be able to stop them when they get going. There are likely to only be very specific situations that they cannot cover. But then again, they have a bard. They might just be able to cover it anyway.
Let us strike as one!
I want to try and see if there's any more out here as well. Not seeming like it. And I know 9 experience each is not that much.
Consider me provoked.
But zombies are never meant to be a one-on-one encounter.
Bring it!
When you encounter zombies, you should treat them kind as you would a cockroach. If you see one, there are likely thousands more you do not.
Do not fall back!
At least 3 more you do not. That looks like it's the edge of the map.
This is for you.
Tear them apart!
700 gold? Heavy pick. Someone tried to settle here before the bandits.
In due time.
Yes, that is the edge of the map. Okay.
should be.
Now, this is a surprise. I'm on my way to pay the Stag Lord a visit, and I don't expect it to be a friendly one. How about we go together? I'd appreciate some help during the fight.
Why did you decide to rebel against the
I
Stag
used
Lord?
my head finally. I grew up in Rostov, choking on hypocrisy. The Aldori make like these brave, noble defenders of justice. But they're afraid to do so much as bark at Shatova. The Stag Lord? He seemed different. Mighty, menacing, like a huge wave rolling toward the shore. He
Okay.
said he'd build a new kingdom here, and anyone brave enough to fight under his banner would get a new life. But now? Now he just sits in his fortress, drinking away and plumbing his bedroom pillows for some queen of his. Though, I can't say if she's real or just a symptom of his drunken delirium. I trusted him. In his name, I almost got Svetlana killed. The only living soul who's been kind to me. I was wrong, and I want to right that wrong with my own hands. I will free these lands of Stag Lord.
Okay, so
What's
what's your
the
plan?
plan? A fight's a fight. They'll let me and anyone with me inside the fort. No questions asked. Once we're in there, we call out the Stag Lord and tell him it's time to demonstrate his royal ambitions.
Let's go with 2.
Fine. Just don't take long.
Alright, so we have backup. So here's the wall. We're going to look for any way in. Mobility. Climb over the wall. Athletics.
Won't work.
What wretched wine did you bring me? My stomach is blasting up.
We poisoned his wine earlier. I forgot about that.
Enemy approaching.
It's okay, buddy boy. Alright, so you are just going to sneak ahead. They're going to charge over here because there's a mage. Calvis will go here and situate himself. We're playing this for the long game, so you're not going to start your music yet. I have to step away for just a moment to give attention to my dog.
Onwards!
And apparently, while doing so, knock over some things, and I apologize for that. And I'm back. Sorry about that. My dog is a husky, so he's a little needy at times. Nothing wrong with that. Alright. Valerie got over there. The dog is going to charge this ranged attacker here. Tristan, you get over here. I'm gonna be honest with you, I just want you to stay safe. Octavia.
I'll fight if I have to.
That is why I wanted 36 damage without a crit. I was gonna say that was why I wanted to keep
Serves you right.
the ranged attackers pinned down.
Stay behind me.
No, what the? That was held on to? That didn't trigger at all? Oh, we can unleash an owlbear on them.
Bring it!
This should do it.
Ready and willing.
Try to calm the owlbear. Yes. Owlbear will help us. We need friends. Let's get you over there first. And attack that. Lindsay, go here. And we are going to start a song. Next turn.
Let us strike as one! Ha!
Okay. This is going good. First, go into rage. Next, charge and attack this bandit.
You can't stop me!
Three attacks. Staglord is which one on it there? Okay. Oh, you're a level 8. That's going to be difficult. Okay. Tristan, go here and stand by. Let's summon the... Okay, only got one of them. The owlbear joins the fight. You know what? Wild shape into a wolf. Fire competence.
Do not roll back!
Yeah, let's take care of that cleric. Okay. Tristan.
You forced my hand.
Yeah, figured you wouldn't hit. One damage killed it. Talvis as a wolf, dealing damage and knocking things over. Good, good.
You deserved it.
Okay, you are going to attack that one. And miss, apparently. You're just chugging potions, aren't you? Some of these guys are very much a higher level than us. Magic missile the Stag Lord. Some damage. Probably focus on debuffing him. And he only has a 50% chance of hitting something, so that's still good. Concealment. There. Make him less of a problem for now.
Stay behind me.
The Bandit Cleric is this one. She's going to go down. And you are going to start heading back down. Octavia. Scorching Ray. Good damage. Tristan. You're still in melee with this guy. Wait, hadn't I gotten something ready? That was the difficulty needed to do things though, so there's that. Tristan's really taking a beating though. Lindsay. Let's cast the hideous laughter on the Stag Lord too. Good, he doesn't have high stats. We could probably daze him and keep him stun locked.
Let us ride as one!
Good, he's no longer invisible. It's gonna take a couple of rounds for her to... You know what? Next round she's gonna go and defeat this guy instead. And she has to, that guy's no longer a problem. There is a way up. That is good to know. Okay. There we go.
Do not falter!
This will take time, but she will get up there. Finally, some damage on that guy. The owlbear's just chilling now, isn't he? Yeah, and that's fine. That's its flesh. Need to channel healing magic again. Okay, go up here. Another 20 damage to him. That's good.
I can't. Oh, after so long, I learned to stand. Oh.
I know the pain you've endured in your life. That doesn't excuse the atrocities. Crimes cannot be forgiven. Honestly, yeah. We do know what he went through, but
Spare me your compassion, your judgment. I'll sit down. I'll wait for her.
hey, we defeated the Stag Lord. There's still one problem. This guy.
I'll fight if I have to. This is where I step in.
Bring it!
Oh, so they're just gone now that the Stag Lord's done.
You can't stop me. Serves you right.
So he had a bastard sword, unidentified. Oh, there are also wolves and such, so we'll skin those and collect the stuff. And they had a lot of stuff. Let's go in.
I did as you asked.
Moonstone. Bed that hasn't been slept in for some time. Someone there.
I won't let you down. Done and done. I did as you asked.
Nurgo. Alright, so he is just going to attack us.
Consider
He's level 7 druid. so letting him do anything would have been bad. Hide armor. In the Masterwork Club. He calls to her again. His queen. He drinks, he calls to her, he drinks again. I have no idea who she is. I can't even tell if she exists outside his own drunken vision. But I know he'll call to her, and then he'll crash around angrily, yelling that she didn't come. Then he'll come for me. I obey the rules. I do as he says. I keep silent until he allows me to speak. But he still beats me every time he drinks and rages. He said he'll burn my hands in acid next time. Will I still be able to write? Aye. Shared stash. Goods. There was nothing in that chest at all. He had no belongings to himself.
Oh, look! I've broken a nail!
That's not good.
I did as you asked. No, I'm embarrassed. Done and done.
Okay, if she already failed, let's try you.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I believed in you so much, Stag Lord. And now you're just a dead sack of bones.
Now there are more bandits here. Also, we are very close to level 5. Oh, I'm still a wolf.
Tear them apart!
This is for you. Stay behind me.
You're just on standby for healing or Tristan. Talvis, you're currently a wolf, just tearing everything.
You deserved it.
one.
Alright, Lindsay is up. Let's shoot that one. Okay, we are doing good so far. We finally felled the Stag Lord.
You can't stop me!
Do not hold back. Bring it!
I bumped spacebar a few too many times in that fight, if I'm being honest.
This requires your attention.
You can count on me! I did as you asked!
Running won't help you!
Yeah, then we're gonna wipe out all the bandits here, except for the ones that teamed up with us.
Consider me provoked! This is where I step in.
Tear them apart!
This is for you! Serves you right. A strike worth a legend.
Inimos tradisi.
They go down!
Cat's Grace is treated as an invisibility spell almost. No. That's not okay. There's a different spell that was used to make the guy invisible. think I wouldn't have even found these guys if it wasn't for that loot that I couldn't get to because of boxes. There's so much more loot now.
You can't stop me. Any last wishes?
Bring it!
Alright, time for Tristan to get some work in. That was a failure, but
Stay
here we
behind
go.
me.
That was a failure.
Consider me provoked. This is where I step in.
Tear them apart!
Bandit Brawler is a tough one to beat, it seems. Let's get over here, and Channel Divinity will, or Channel Positive Energy will do quite a bit for everyone. Oh, I didn't want to end turn with Talvis. Wanted him to attack. Oh well.
Let us strike at once!
He was likely to have missed anyway, so it's fine.
This is for you. Serves you right.
They go down!
And they got him the last hit on that, so it's all good.
Do not falter!
I'll fight if I have to. You deserved it.
Skin the wolves, collect all. Move the boxes.
Forget it. May we have a moment of respite?
Glaive.
I did as you asked.
Another cloak of protection. Everyone's gonna have a cloak of protection at this rate. We're definitely carrying too much. That is possibly a problem. Okay. The point is going to be, it's time to head out. My inventory is too full to travel. Yay. Drop. 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 And drop. We'll also drop some scale mail. Can we leave now? Belt of Mighty Constitution. Boots of Elven Kind, mobility checks. Let me give those to you. Stag helmet. Finally, better armor for you. Embrace of armor. You have no bracers. A ring is and a cloak of resistance. Okay. That gives a total of 7. This gives a total of 6. This gives a total of 7. This is the same. There we go. Now we should be able to leave.
In due time.
I need to catch my breath.
And we will, in fact, rest. Begin resting. We failed to cook good food. But we did rest, and we are heading back to the trading post, I believe. Storm lands. Do we need to report back to her? No, we're going and talking to Oleg. Okay. Let's try to avoid the random encounter. Successfully avoided and evade them.
I need to catch my breath.
All of them are fatigued again. Okay, rest.
I marvel at your patience, Tristan. Didn't you ever want to curse or yell or smash someone's face?
I have felt those feelings, of course. I'm not a stranger to common human passions. But it doesn't become a servant of Sarenrae to act out his sordid urges.
Okay. This time we succeeded in all of it. Continue. Avoid. Evade. Continue.
I tire.
They're all fatigued again. Okay.
Have you counted how many you've killed during your journeys?
A lot. Why would I count? My job is to swing my sword. Let Parasma count the dead.
Okay. We're traveling so slowly because of how heavy our equipment is.
I need to catch my breath.
I tire.
We should gather our strength.
Maybe if we'd had the helmet on when we approached the Mad Druid, Valerie catches up with you near the trading post and touches you on the shoulder. Talvis, can I talk to you? Now that the Stag Lord is defeated, you rightfully own the stolen lands. Jamandi Eldori will endorse you and grant you the Baron's title. She looks at you with interest and a little apprehension. What will you do when you sit on the throne? Please, don't say you haven't thought about it. Yeah, there's enough work to do in the stolen lands, running off bandits, founding a state, protecting the common folk. She nods, pleased. To be honest, I didn't expect any other answer from you. You're a noble person, Talvis, and I'm glad to serve the good of your state. Or glad I can.
Hi there, stranger. I'm Irina, Svetlana's sister. I just arrived recently. I won't be here long. Just enough to help Svetlana with her work around the post. I owe her that much. Then I'll be on my way. Still haven't decided where to go, though. The remnants of the gang all scattered. I'd wager someone's already announced himself as the new Stag Lord and got a knife in the liver from some other wannabe heir.
Alright, Oleg. First, we're going to do the shopping. Great Club +2, that might actually be something to throw on a druid. Savage Bow. That's something to keep a hold of. We're starting to come across +2 weapons and such. So, oh, that is height armor +2. Still not as effective at the moment, but it is good to know. Certain spells means keep it. Artificial flower, card figurine, pearl. Okay, now then, you get a helmet, and you get a helmet. Also, you do not have the ability to use that, so you are going to get that instead. After all, that will actually give you an archery thing. You cannot use a great club. What the heck? You will give this cloak to for the time being. Alright, the Stag Lord is gone. Oleg looks at you with respect and respect bordering on admiration. And good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the Stolen Lands rather than just surviving. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It will surely boost trade. But all the noise they'll bring with them, well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Rostov and report your great victory. Rostov awaits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make you sure you can enjoy your trip back to Rostov. Now then.
I tire.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it. Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time, as a ruler. But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy. Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
What are you playing at?
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history, or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Korol the Conqueror showed up, and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sertova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Korol the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
Okay, so you want an ally for when that thread snaps. I understand.
We, The Aldori and the great noble houses spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the Royal House Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty, and the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
Oh.
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sertova, the former kings of Isia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sertova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
Okay.
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Sertovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Don't you have other allies that could play this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
So those guys are very much plotting behind the scenes. What part does Brevoy play in this game?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Josef Selenius.
She's already here. Why did she let you grant me the title? That's a good question.
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
Okay, so what happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Okay, thanks.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
I do. There's war brewing, and you want me to be the neutral or in favor of you power that tips a scale.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Mingle with the guests. Okay. We are close to level 5, but we are just short of it. Being a little too lawful then. Harem. Lander? Who are you? Handsome, well-dressed young man of about 17 years old looks at you with a polite smile. So you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord gang, or Lord's gang. Soon to be a baron. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander? No last name or title? Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely what I wanted to speak with you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baron with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret without servants so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know why Brevoy. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to be, or to roll part of it someday. I know Jumondi wants to impose her steps on you as an emissary of Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this. Half-orc to swing a sword. I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll consider it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, you're new. Oh no, you're the monk.
Will you drink with me? To beauty. It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words, and I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
I mean, you were very pragmatic, and you decided to help rebuild while you couldn't decide who was the traitor. So, no need to apologize. I understand fully.
How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you. As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine? Possibly possibly full of great treasures. A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira, and it just so happens to be located in lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
That sounds good. Yeah.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
True. He's more comfortable on the battlefield than in the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars on his face, and his dark hair is drawn in it to an unkempt ponytail, with a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mager Varn, new ruler of Dunsward, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn the title of Baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Jamandi Eldori needed someone reliable to take hold of the territory. I'm captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Varsling Hold. Or Varnling Host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the arena area, cleared it of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel being a noble? He looks at his rich clothes and smirks, like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. He nods towards an arrogant man in the other corner of the room. See that lad? Baron Drelev. He's not like us, who knows what generation of Baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand. You and me? We're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye. Once you've settled in, come pay us a visit. I'm looking for one person in particular, a certain halfling. It should be around here, but the rest of the party is. The man's gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath them. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Baron Hannes Drev, he says offhand, emphasizing the word Baron. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name, but you look about this. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and no swamp lord. And so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Tell me, or pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? A smirk appears on his face. I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have simply given all of the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal. So she had to urgently make barons of the likes of you and Varn. So you have no army and no special merits. You were just given the land for being pretty. Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration. You want so badly to measure merits. You can do so another time. Not very polite for a nobleman. Politeness must be deserved. Not even deigning to reply, he turns around and looks away. He's rude. I don't think I've talked to you before. Or you. A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grabs your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests at the festivities, he wears a simple robe. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol, Aristol, made of solid gold. The other guests look at him with respect and some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Esvan Kig, High Priest of Aristol and Rostov. Hey, that was a success. This is truly a truly noble undertaking. I believe our community will be able to provide reasonable assistance. We will help you construct a shrine in your capital, free of charge. Or do many people in Rostov venerate Aristol? They revere many gods in Rostov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities, Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There's some more rare cults, but there's no denying that the Stag God has the largest congregation here. And no wonder. People here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. It was an honor to meet you. I'm not going to say about his simple clothes because he's a priest of a nature deity. And that makes perfect sense to me. Natala Surtova is discussing something with an unfamiliar lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You were not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. I'm not going to dig into her. Before you go, please allow me to introduce you to someone. I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard upon you as an emissary. I'm guessing her lowborn steps on the green-skinned boy, Casil. It's up to you, of course, but I'd rather recommend you a different envoy. I will consider it. There you are. Okay. An older man with full sideburns looks at you with interest through golden eyeglasses. Well now, if it isn't the hero of the festivities, the protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this all off quite cleverly. I confess I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pataxian wine against you, but I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Eldori have always been adept at finding new talents. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem. I am Eonsef Selamus, Lord Mayor of Rostov. I ruled this town and the adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long, fruitful friendship. So you rule Rostov. And what about the Eldori? Brevoy's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many here in this part of Rostland. The spirit of northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It is especially important now, after the certain events that I probably don't need to name. The Eldori Sword Lords used to rule Rostland, but they're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region, but it's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage, but by their own merits. What kind of events are you talking about? Gives you a patronizing smile. Why, an aspiring politician needs to be well informed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling houses of Rogova. Can you imagine it? The old man Coral conquered our lands 2 centuries ago. It would be a shameless lie to say that nobody wished the royal houses could just disappear into thin air. But once the exact thing happened, turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof! All over the country. Every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It's a mystery. But a mystery pregnant with opportunity for everyone. How are things in Rostov? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, the citizenry are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rugovia, More and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people are talking about the most shocking things. But those sorts of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. It's nice meeting you. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself. From what I've been told, you're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for the construction and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I'd ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume obligation of contracting building services through Rostov's Builders Guild. Do we have a deal? That sounds good. Good relations with Rostov is going to be very helpful. That's a deal! I'll get everything in order right away and schedule a delivery immediately. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. The feeling's mutual, I assure you. I look forward to hearing more of your dazzling success soon.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Before we begin, I want to talk about
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Yes.
Whatever you choose, I won't argue. But you must choose your inner circle with the utmost care. Excellent. Stand here.
We're a noble now.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Mager Varn, the conqueror of Dunsworth, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Rostov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Woohoo! We have a noble title now.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Welcome, Your Grace. Keston salutes you. You can see he's a bit anxious, and it seems he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory, and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I am at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital's citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Rostov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Eldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and show you around the most important sites. Where are my companions? They are all somewhere around here, but I never kept an eye on who went where exactly. Well, I assume Tristan is with Jode, and you can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. Are there any citizens I should know about? Our old acquaintance Jode is here. Aristo's clerics normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Bavoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit. A blind elf. Desna. Desna only knows how he managed to get here. He seems peaceful, even pleasant fellow. Or seems a peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd. So I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. That's about all, I guess. What's the mood of the people? I must admit, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sense the moment, and today we're finally proud, or feeling proud. As a ruler, as a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today is one of those days. Main question, where can I get a drink or three to toast my victory? I'll make sure to show you. The moment we enter the city. The tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work, and I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during your reception. I drank too much. It is a day of celebration. Alright, lead the way. Follow me, Your Grace. Greetings, Your Grace. We are, well, your new subjects. We're selecting a site to build our house. If it's wet near the lake, and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw garbage at your neighbors' heads, though. Ouch. It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. You recognize this place, Your Grace? This was the Stag Lord's fortress wall used to be. Not that it saved him in the end, eh? Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den into the heart of the town. Heart of every town is a main square. We plan to hold street festivals, festivities, and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Greetings, Your Grace. If you turn to the right from the square, you'll end up straight at our tavern. The tavern's ale is blessed by himself, I swear. Maybe who owns it is Jim. Oh, that's all nonsense. Well, except for the part about breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire. Trust me. Welcome, Your Grace. Glad to serve you. Your Grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city, or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Here's the observation platform. We hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. I see the farms in the distance there. building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head now.
I tire.
Welcome to your barony. We're about to make the unyielding Stolen Lands into a prosperous kingdom. There's a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance, found and build up settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve progressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations from their subjects, promising alliances with other states, wealth in their treasury, and many other things. So, we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Keston tucks his thumb under his belt and stands quietly. Greetings, your grace. Lady Cassel, Lady Jamondi's ward, gives a polite bow. It was a pleasure to meet you at the Rostov reception. On behalf of your allies and benefactors, the Eldori Sword Lords, I'd like to offer you some advice. Barony effects. Community +6, loyalty +6, multi-use. New trade event. Okay, I'm not going to make any changes to the difficulty. You can solve most of your barony's problems by granting appointments to the right people. Responsible people. But certain state business will demand your personal attention as well as the visits of especially important guests. Reports of such outstanding events will be marked on your map. You can always check when you have it while considering your plans. According to ancient traditions of Brevoy, most of the river kingdoms, rulers address the affairs of state and receive visitors at the beginning of the month. My advice to you is to maintain this tradition and regularly visit your capital when needed. The first thing you should do as a ruler is assign loyal people to all the important positions in your barony. Your clerics, Jode and Tristan, were the first to seek an audience. I won't distract you further, and I'll leave you to your consideration. Once again, my congratulations. May your rule be long and prosperous. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baron. I am confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. He stumbled slightly, though, to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet. But one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. Ugh, I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. He exhales loudly, catching his breath. And now there's a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There's a place near the capital rumored by locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as at the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There's a bald hilltop not far from here to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there back in ancient times. There's no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. The place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound would undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I feel that I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon... I am almost at a point where I can save and end. So hold on. The curse will soon be returned to plague us once more, I swear by Aristotle. I'll go as soon as I'm able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We've been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with the dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the bald hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with your getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. The barony has 10 stats, each supervised by an advisor. They are as follows: population, regent; loyalty, counselor; military, general; hold on, Marco; economy, treasurer; divine, high priest; relations, grand diplomat; stability, warden; magic, magister; culture, curator; and espionage, minister. Stats increase if your governance is successful and decrease if events don't end well, or other negative factors are placed in your way. Don't let your barony's stats drop to 0 or lower. This will cause your subjects to riot and your state will begin to crumble. Each stat has a certain milestone or ranks within them. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. Rank 1 unlocks a corresponding advisor position for that stat. Further development of the stat and upgrades to its ranks will be possible only if you have an advisor in the relevant position. Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the Stolen Land citizens into the advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment for them or rendering them some other service. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions and on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Open the Advisors tab. On the right side of the screen, click an empty slot and select a character to appoint them as an advisor. Every barony stat gains a bonus from specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is indicated in the upper right corner of the advisor's card. Only advisors may address the problems, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. Now, to name the barony. We'll name it that. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Yeah, you. Counselor. You are. Treasurer. We don't have anyone available for treasurer. Projects. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Start project. Claim the outskirts. No. Okay.
Retire.
That's my personal stash. Okay, interesting. Just a moment. I just got something, scribbled something on a notebook and then raises her eyes and smiled at you. What is that? Flail. A +1 flail. Now then, that is going to be it for today. I hope everyone enjoyed this game so far and is excited for future events. There is a poll currently up on my channel on the new, or on my server, Discord server, on the new polls channel to try and figure out what I should be streaming on Mondays after I beat Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC, which may just happen the day after tomorrow. So I will also be putting up one for Thursdays before I start stream then. Maybe here tomorrow actually, that would be a good time to do so. But if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell for notifications. Check out the rest of my channel. I have plenty of content so far and more to come. If you're watching this here on Twitch, then go ahead and follow, because I will stream every weekday morning and a bit more sporadically when I have the time and intent to. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I hope to see you all next time. But for now, that's going to be all. My dog is giving me the eye. Bye bye.